The long-awaited question been finally answered. Sovereign strength work on anything besides just the conqueror's haki skill? Does it buff shanks combos? Does it work on gear 5 Luffy? And much more in this video, so watch till the very end so you don't miss a beat. Listen, I stayed up all day and night to get this video out for you guys. Do y'all know how hard it is to do damage testing in a game like this? Harder than Armament Haki. So please hit that like button and subscribe. I'll highly appreciate it. If Pirate Warriors 5 comes out in the future, I'm highly gonna make a petition. They're gonna add a training room for damage testing, or they gotta add some damage numbers in the game, or percentage numbers to the skill so we know how much it buff our stats. Something, because this is ridiculous to test out and record. Golly! I now understand why this question have been answered since game release. I remember looking this up when I first started playing the game in like back in 2020 when it first came out 3 years ago, and no one had an answer for it. And now I look it up and this thing still don't have no goddamn answer to it. So clearly I gotta be the one to get to the bottom of this and answer this goddamn forsaken question. Okay, in case you guys don't know, there's a skill in the game called Conqueror's Haki. Back in One Piece, Pirate Warriors 3, this ability was busted. I mean, literally, you can go into a territory and capture the whole thing immediately just from transforming. Wipe every enemy out. Not only that, while in the transformation, any enemy that stood near you will slowly lose their health. This skill was also linear to your level, so if your character was maxed out, you were destroying anything that came your way. The radius was very big and did insane damage. So now you know why people were excited to see this skill come back into Pirate Warriors 4. Only issue was, us players didn't know it was coming back in a nerf state. And Pirate Warriors 4, Conqueror's Haki, has a much less blast radius compared to the counterpart in Pirate Warriors 3. Does less damage, and doesn't continuously deal damage over time to enemies near you. So we were kind of disappointed in the skill, I know I was, and rarely touched it. Until we seen a skill called Sovereign Strength in the game. Sovereign Strength busts the damage of Conqueror's Haki in the game, giving us close to the damage we seen in Pirate Warriors 3. Not the same radius, but we take what we can get. But gamers were still clinging on to hope, hoping that one of the most badass abilities in the game in anime could still shine through with greatness. So players was wondering, does Sovereign Strength buff Conqueror's Haki attack in the game besides just the skill? As y'all know, there's plenty of characters in the game that uses Conqueror's Haki in their combos and specials. Luffy, Shanks, Kaido, etc. So it was a valid question. But no one tried answering the question until today. I got y'all. I noticed that in the new Soul map, they added in this DLC, Sovereign Strength got buffed from level 3 to level 5. So it was about time to answer this question that no one wanted to tackle. So as per usual, I used Kaido as my test dummy in the last treasure log mission, since he's the tankiest boss in the game in max level and have a health bar for me to see the damage difference. Easy to run to him at the start of the mission and immediately do damage difference. If y'all know a better mission to do damage testing, comment below. I'll be happy to check them out, because he is very tanky, so it is kind of hard trying to get like the frame perfect difference in the health, but I digress. So first, I wanted to test the extent of Sovereign Strength and see does it only work on the Conqueror's Haki skill. So I used Gear 5 Luffy transformation with the skill on. Luffy obviously pulsating with Conqueror Haki on him when he transforms, so it should work, right? So I did the damage test and it worked. Now, some of y'all may be saying, well, of course it worked. That's clearly Conqueror Haki that he's using when he's transforming. But the thing is, this whole time we thought it only worked on the skill itself. That shows that it works with stuff outside of the skill as long as it's conquering Haki, basically. So even though Sovereign Strength says works on Conqueror's Haki skill, it has to be some type of code in the game that it works for Conqueror Haki in general, but they didn't tell us. So I don't know if this was a mistake or it was purposely designed this way, but apparently it works with any type of Conqueror Haki in the game. Now, this gave me hope. Okay, this gave me hope. I was like, okay, let me check out the other stuff in the game that I know is conqueror haki. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see how vague Sovereign Strength skill was than it already is with the text it gives us. So I used Armament and Haki specials to see if it buffed the damage. It didn't work, sadly. Of course, it's freaking Armament Haki, not conqueror haki, but that was expected. So now I use Luffy specials that said imbued with haki. Some of his specials say imbued with haki in the text, so I was like, maybe that means conqueror haki. That was my next lead on thinking that could mean conqueror haki in this game. So I used those specials. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No damage increase to specials whatsoever. I was defeated and confused. Luffy's Red Rock did extra damage, but Rock Gauntlet didn't. I didn't know what else to do. I thought I found the answer, but I didn't. How can a new knowledge I just gained for Sovereign Strength wither away like that? Then a coincidence happened. I kid you not. My friends were having a One Piece debate in the group chat on who had Conqueror's Haki, who didn't, and the powers, the feats behind Conqueror's Haki. Of course I chimed in because I'm a weeb. Of course. And an interesting point presented itself in a debate. Conqueror's Haki is always showcased with red, black lightning. At that moment, I had a realization, an epiphany. No wonder Red Rock did more damage than Rock Gauntlet. It had red, black lightning on it. Not blue, not purple, red, black lightning. Fun fact, by the way, the new Onigashima Luffy that came in this DLC now has red, black lightning in his combos. You can check it out. The old Luffy did not have red, black lightning in his combos at all. The new one has red, black lightning in his combos. Pretty neat. Okay, anywho, not in Gear 5, sadly, which sucks, because in the anime he fought with red, black lightning in his combos that he's piecing up on Kaido, so it kind of sucks that it's not in the game. But Gear 5 charge triangle, if you're a PlayStation user, but his charge attack, he does do red, black lightning with that. So yeah, you got that, and his Bajrang gun has red, black lightning to it as well. But I digress. So now I get back to testing and see who uses the most red, black lightning in their combos and moves. Since Gear 5 Luffy was out the picture, hashtag buff Gear 5 Luffy. You know, just kidding, but you know. First character that came to my mind was Man Beast Kaido, Shanks, and Oden. Man Beast Kaido literally uses red, black lightning in all his combos and specials, and Full Burst literally says Haki overwhelms all. I was ecstatic. I was like, oh, this is gonna be the most broken character. But for some goddamn reason, they didn't give him Conqueror Haki as a special in this game. And in case some of y'all don't know, you have to have the Conqueror Haki special in this game in order to be able to equip Sovereign Strength to a character. So rip Kaido. Hashtag buff Kaido. I'm just kidding. But this what makes me believe that this wasn't intended. That Sovereign Strength was only supposed to be used for the special and not for anything, and not supposed to buff up anything else. So I don't think this was intentional, but hey, we take what we can get. We take what breadcrumbs we can get. So the next two people were Shanks and Oden, and sure enough, it worked. Shanks special did more damage with Sovereign Strength on, and combo damage increased as well. The same goes for Oden. So what I learned from this testing and experiment, as long as the character is showing red, black lightning on their attacks, or does the Conqueror Haki post wave like Shanks and Doflamingo does in their combos, Sovereign Strength will buff up its damage. Through my testing, the only character that does red, black lightning with Conqueror's Haki special in the game is Luffy, Shanks, and Oden. Now, the real question to answer is it worth it? Is it worth using? After all this testing, I would say, I don't know. It does buff up Luffy attacks, but you mostly gonna be in Gear 5 with this Luffy, which doesn't have red, black lightning on his combos, only his Bajrang gun. So it's probably best to just spec him out differently with the new broken skills in the game. You literally can be in Luffy transformation forever with the new transformation, with the new skills in the game, if you know how to do it right. You can literally be start to finish transformation bar always full. I could do a video for that if y'all want me to do a video on that. But For Oden and Shanks, on the other hand, I see no reason why not to use that skill on them. They both use red black lightning all the time, so it's a free damage buff, and Sovereign Strength only takes one skill slot. It's a win-win. Plus, you most likely gonna use Conqueror Haki special in their kit anyway, because it buffs their sword with Conqueror Haki after you use it, which is a great combo starter to continue to loot. It's just great utility for them, basically. Now, is Sovereign Strength damage buff as good as other damage buff like Special Move Enhancement and Airborne Attack Enhancement? Well, it depends on how you look at it. Those skills use 2 slots when it comes to the skills of putting skills on, while Sovereign Strength only use 1 slot. Those skills have certain stipulations, while Sovereign Strength is a passive skill that works 24/7 on Shanks and Oden playstyle. So, you know, yeah, through my testing, it seems like they do fairly the same amount of damage buff, but that because Sovereign Strength is level 5, while those skills are level 3 still. So maybe in the future, DLC character pass with the other Soul Map they will come out with, Soul Map 3 and Soul Map 4. Maybe they'll buff up Special Attack Enhancement to level 5 and Airborne, you know, enhancement level 5. Then it will be doing more damage than Sovereign's Strength. 2 slots, skill slots still though. And then you also got on land attack enhancement, which is level 5 now in this DLC. So it probably most likely do more damage than the Sovereign Strength. But you can always have both on. So, you know, more the merrier. Overall, this was a fun testing out. You know, this was fun testing it out, and I can already see what character gonna be abusing this skill in Character Pass 3, if that's who I think it is. I believe that's Goldie Roger, based on the silhouette. You already know he's gonna be using Conqueror Haki in every combo here for the red black lightning. So he gonna be using and abusing this skill here. But I'm glad I was finally able to answer this question for most Pirate Warrior player base. You know, I know it's not a lot of us still playing this game, but hey, there's still a community here. So I'm glad to finally answer this question after 3 years since release date that no one answered it and people kept tiptoeing around it. There go your answer. It does buff up combos. It does buff up specials. I don't know if it's a bug in the game, but it does work for Shanks and Oden. So definitely spec them out with it. It's free damage. Give it a try. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. Please subscribe. This took a lot of work. I'm telling you, it was frustrating with them moving around and stuff, not staying in one place stuff. So please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 10K by the end of this year if possible. And until next time, stay up.